What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show you a comparison, a demo of SocialBee and HypeFury. So both of these are tools that you can use to automate your Twitter account, which means you can schedule tweets, you can have your tweets go out automatically, you can retweet old tweets. It really just helps, free up some time so that you don't feel like you have to constantly be on Twitter, constantly coming up with tweets. This is a great way to kind of, keep your content flowing consistently throughout the day, even if you do need to, step away from the platform. So I personally use SocialBee. I'm a customer of SocialBee, but I've also signed up for the HypeFury free trial to explore what it is capable of doing so that I can give you a valid comparison between the two. Now, honestly, I don't really have like allegiances with one over the other. Like, I'm not being paid to promote SocialBee over HypeFury. They didn't reach out to me and say, we'll give you this money if you tell everyone that this is better. This is honestly just my personal opinion about the two platforms. Both of the founders of each of these platforms, SocialBee and HypeFury, are both super cool guys. I mean, I've had interactions with both of them multiple times on Twitter, email, stuff like that. So, I mean, they both have built really cool platforms, but I just want to educate you on the differences between the two so that you can make an educated and informed decision. So the first thing that we want to compare though is let's compare the pricing, because that's usually one of the biggest, factors of deciding which platform you're going to use. If you're starting out, if you don't have a huge budget, you're probably going to go with something that's a little bit cheaper, that has a lower monthly fee. So let's just look at the two options right here. So for SocialBee, we've got Bootstrap, Accelerate, and Pro. We could probably ignore Pro. We'd probably be looking at Bootstrap or Accelerate. So the differences here are with SocialBee, you can also schedule and automate posts on other social platforms. That's one thing that's really nice. I do not believe that HypeFury can do other platforms. I believe it's all Twitter based. So it's just for your tweets. Whereas SocialBee, you can post things on different platforms, and I'll show you how that works. And you can actually choose which other types of platforms you want to post on. You can share the same content on multiple things or make unique content for specific platforms. So with these two plans on SocialBee, one workspace, users, okay, social profiles, you probably wouldn't really have more than 5 anyway. If you do, I mean, you can have up to 10 on this one. Content categories. This is a huge thing that I'm going to show you in this video of why I love SocialBee. You can have 10 different categories with Bootstrap, up to 50 on Accelerate, which is an insane amount. You can also import RSS feeds. So like if you have a blog, you can make it so it automatically shares blog articles to your different social platforms. And you can have 1,000 posts per category or 5,000. Basically, guys, this is a lot. I mean, for the Bootstrap, I use the Accelerate plan, but for a lot of people, especially if you're just getting started with social media, the Bootstrap is going to be just fine for you. You do get, for Twitter, you get audience tools. You can see insights and things about other people. But here we go with the price. It's $19 a month for this Bootstrap plan for SocialBee. Okay, so for $19 a month, that's basically going to get you everything that you really need. Or $39 a month for the Accelerate program. But we're just going to compare this $19 a month over here to HypeFury's plan of $14 a month. So I guess there is this thing here, $9 a month for small accounts. That means you have less than 300 followers, but you're going to pass that quick. So we're not even going to think about that. So basically $14 a month. You can create and schedule all the tweets, schedule retweets. It doesn't really show limits right here. So I don't know, maybe there's not really limits. Which could be nice. But then for $39 a month, you can schedule retweets of your tweets and other accounts' tweets. Automatic reposting of your best tweets. You get some analytics and a daily import of your tweets not scheduled with HypeFury. As far as the startup one, this one on HypeFury is $5 cheaper per month. So we're going to see if the $5 cheaper per month is actually worth it based on the features that you're actually getting. Actually, let's walk through HypeFury first. We're going to see what the different features are here in HypeFury. So you can see I've just been doing the trial period just to kind of explore what the different options are. So basically the way that HypeFury works is you've got your schedule queue right here. So there's different times throughout the day of when a tweet is going to be posted. So what you could simply do is you could simply click on a scheduled time, tweet something. I know that's like the lamest thing ever. But you could tweet something, you could add a photo. Something that's really cool about HypeFury though is you can do threads. So a thread meaning like if you have too many characters in one tweet, it will automatically bump it down and add a comment of the next tweet. So you'll see threads like that. That's something that's really cool that they can do. You can add a photo. I wonder if you can add videos. It looks like you can. So I think you should be able to add videos right there as well. You can choose to automatically retweet it and do a delay up to, it looks like 48 hours. So like 48 hours from the time it's posted, you could have it retweet itself again. You could also set filters. So like only retweet it if it gets 10 retweets or 10 likes. If it's less than that, don't retweet it. So that's kind of a way to retweet your good tweets. I don't really like that these are the limits. I wish there was limits of like maybe a couple days as well. That is a couple days, but like maybe even a week out to retweet it. But I guess you could manually add it to your evergreen post and have it rescheduled that way. So then you would just add that to the queue. So you can see right here now, I've got that tweet scheduled tomorrow, March 10th. It's going to go out at 8 a.m. or I could just simply post it now. So that's the main gist of just going through, and you could go through here and just type out a whole bunch of different tweets that you want to share over a period of time. You could also click this little button right here. It looks like the retweet button, and you can paste in a link from one of your tweets. So like, let's say if there was like a specific tweet from my profile that I wanted to share. So let's say I wanted to share this one. I would copy that link, paste it in right there, and add it to the queue. So now this one is going to be retweeted tomorrow at 9:03 a.m. And you could simply go through and manually do that. So you could manually schedule when you want things to be retweeted. So like, for example, how I was saying, I wish that, you know, when you type a post that you could choose a delay farther out. A way around that would be just to go through and find the post or find the tweet that you want to retweet, scroll down like a week or so, and then put it like here, you know, put it like a week ahead or 2 weeks ahead if you want it to go out again. So that's the basic gist right here. It's super simple. I really like the layout of HypeFury. Honestly, it's super clean. It's simplistic. It's easy to use. Let's look at some other features. So you could also upload a CSV, which is cool. So like you could upload a file of like a whole bunch of different tweets, and then they will automatically be put into all these different open time slots. Let's look at some other features over here. So this is the queue that we're looking at right now. We kind of basically went through all those features. You've also got evergreen posts. Okay, so this is a list of all of your best posts. So the way that this would work is if you have, let's say, a tweet that you want to be shared over and over and over again, you could add it to the evergreen posts. So the way to add tweets to your evergreen post list would be just to go right down here to your history, and you can find old tweets from your account. So here's a bunch of old tweets that I've tweeted, and I could find one. Let's see. Okay, for example, let's just say right here, this one right here is one that I wanted to set as evergreen. I could just simply click this little star. It would add it to my evergreen posts. And so now when my queue's rolling, so like let's look at tomorrow. When my queue's rolling, if I have an open time slot, so let's say like this was open right here, it would automatically pick a tweet right here from my evergreen list and fill it in to this time slot. So the thing about that is if you have a ton of evergreen posts, then yeah, I mean, this would work pretty well because you wouldn't just be retweeting the same thing over and over. As of now, since this is the only evergreen post, this one would just keep getting retweeted over and over and over and over and over, and that would get super duper annoying. So this does work really cool and it's really sweet if you do add a whole bunch. So I would recommend going through all your tweets, finding the best ones and adding a whole bunch of them to here. I would also recommend that you add in a whole bunch of manual tweets in these. Do not leave a whole bunch of open blank slots or all these are going to get filled with evergreen tweets and it's just going to look kind of spammy on your account if you just keep retweeting yourself over and over and over. But let's say you don't really want to schedule out this many tweets every day or you don't want to write that many out right here to fill all these different time slots. You could go to your settings. Let me remember how to get there. Right up here in the top right, you could go to your settings and you could fix your schedule. So like if you didn't want to have that many time slots, I could just delete all these right here and only use so many time slots a day. That's personally how I operate with these auto schedulers is I don't do like a bajillion time slots every day because I like to tweet a lot of manual tweets as well throughout the day. I just leave a handful open of auto tweets and I'll show you in SocialBee what type of tweets I use these for and why. There's also some other settings right here. So you can turn on, the auto retweets like I was telling you with the evergreen. You can turn on or off some of these other settings right here. Here's a composer where you can compose some drafts. So like if you're not really sure if you want a tweet to go out, you could compose them here. That's the basic gist though of HypeFury. That's really all there is to it. Like I said, it's very simple. It's very easy to use. That's basically what you're getting right there for $14 a month. Now I'm going to go over to SocialBee and let's do a comparison, or I guess I'll walk you through how SocialBee kind of works. So SocialBee can be a little bit more confusing to use, but it's a lot more powerful in my opinion. So over here on the left, you've got your different menus. This is just the dashboard. This will just show all your different social profiles and whether or not they're turned on or off. So if you did want to add an Instagram account, Facebook page, LinkedIn, whatever, you could add all those different social profiles right here. Right now, I'm only using it for Twitter. So that's the only one you're seeing right here. And you can see right here, I'm using the Accelerate plan, which is, $39 a month, but I actually have a lifetime license, which is something that's really cool. So I don't pay a monthly fee. I paid a fee upfront many years ago. And so I get it for the rest of eternity, which is kind of cool. But I do think it's still worth $39 a month. And I actually would pay that if I didn't have access to the lifetime thing. But let's go to content. So right up here at the plus, you can add content. This is how you add like a tweet, for example. Since we're comparing two Twitter things, I'm only going to have Twitter. So you would simply type in here your tweet, just like you saw in HypeFury. You can add a photo or video, just like you saw. You do have to select your profile. Usually, if you have multiple Instagram, LinkedIn, they'll all show up right here and you can choose which ones you want it to post to. So like if I wanted to type out a message and I wanted it to post it on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn, but not Instagram, I could select all three of those. It would add it to all three of those different queues, which is something that's really cool. So right here, I could say, I know that's lame. I would never tweet that, but just an example, I could put in my message. I could add a variation, which is something that's cool, meaning if there was a specific type of tweet that I wanted to do, but I wanted it to be slightly different every time, I could add variations so that when it gets added to my queue, it doesn't tweet the same thing over and over. And I'll explain a little bit how that works in just a minute because that can be a little confusing. The minimum number of days before posting again is coming soon. So that's something that's not quite out yet, which is really cool. So you could say like, I do not want to repost this or retweet it, I guess, for at least 14 days or 3 months or whatever, which is something that's really useful. You can also add it to the top or bottom of the queue. You can expire it at a specific date or time, meaning after this day or time, I don't want to retweet it anymore. Or I can say after 3 times of being retweeted, I don't want to retweet it anymore. So those are two really nice features as well. This is the biggest part or the biggest factor, which I think makes SocialBee better than HypeFury, and that is content categories. So if you are tweeting about different categories, for example, if you see on my Twitter account, I tweet about Amazon FBA, YouTube, and online business, net worth, investing, that kind of stuff. So 3 different like main core pillars. But you could also even have other types of categories of content that you're posting about on your Twitter account. So if you notice right here, I have some different categories. I have one that's about me. I'm actually not currently sending those ones out, have that one turned off. But if I have a content category for affiliates. So these are a bunch of products that I'm affiliates for that will go out periodically. I have a category just for Amazon products, for Amazon strategy tweets, for book review tweets, for net worth tweets, for quotes, for random thoughts and things that I like to add in, for Sunday motivation, and for YouTube. So I have all sorts of different categories. And the nice thing is when you create your posting schedule, you can actually pick exactly what category you want to post at which time. So if you look here at my posting schedule, I'm only doing about 4 or 5 tweets a day. So if you look, here's the day of the week. You can scroll down and see what time they're going out. And I just have 4 or 5 scheduled tweets per day. But the way that I separate it out is I spread it out so it's not like a whole bunch of back-to-back YouTube tweets and then Amazon tweets. I space it out. So you can see here, I do have a random category in the morning, which can pull from any of my different content categories. But you can see book reviews. I only post a book review tweet Sundays at 9 a.m. Then I have YouTube ones scheduled Tuesday and let's see, what was that, Friday? Tuesday and Friday. I have Amazon product ones scheduled Monday and Thursday. I have quotes scheduled on, let's see, Tuesday and Thursday. Oh, I have quotes scheduled every day almost right there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just at different times. Affiliates, I have one tweet that goes out on Wednesday, another one that goes out on Sunday. I have a Sunday motivation for that category that goes out every Sunday night. But you see here, like I spread it out strategically so that it's tweeting about different categories at different times, different days of the week. So it's a nice mix of different types of tweets. Now, if you only tweet about one thing and you only have one category, then yeah, you probably wouldn't need this. But I would encourage you to consider how you can come up with some different categories for your Twitter account. It's going to help you, provide value in different areas, kind of open your eyes to different types of tweets that you could do. I'm just going to show you an example really quick here about how a category works. So here within my affiliates category, you can see right here, these are all the different tweets that I've already typed out that are already ready to go that are going to get posted during my schedule. Now, tweets that are already kind of grayed out right here, you can see that this one has already been posted during this evergreen cycle. And you can turn a category into an evergreen category. So if I were to go back here to my categories, you can see right here, this is evergreen, this is evergreen. All these are posted to evergreen, which means once every single tweet in this category has been posted, it will restart and then retweet them again. But let me show you strategically how I do this. So if I go to my posting schedule, I can click right here at schedule setup. And I can look down here at these schedule stats. Now this shows exactly what day of the week I have a post going for that category. So like I was mentioning, I spread it out so there's like 2 or 3 days in between a tweet for every category, except for quotes, which I post almost every day, Monday through Friday. But if I look over here at the totals per week, I can see how many are going out each week for that category. So let's look at affiliates since that's the one we're looking at. So if we look at this category, I have 2 tweets a week going out. If I were to go back to my content, to affiliates, I have 23 posts. Okay. So if I were to think about that, 23 posts at two per week, it would take 11 and a half weeks to go through all these tweets. That's basically 12 weeks. 12 weeks is basically 3 months. So you will not see one of these tweets again on my timeline for 3 months from the first time it was posted. 90 days is a pretty good time frame to where people will either forget that you've already posted it, or you'll have a new enough audience that it will be new to them. Now, strategically is how I have this set up is these are all programs and things that I use that I'm an affiliate for. And so literally this is just making me money on autopilot because every week, twice a week, one of these tweets goes out And if someone clicks on the link and signs up, depending on what the tool is or whatever that I'm promoting, then I get paid. And this just goes on autopilot for the rest of eternity. So I'm constantly tweeting out stuff, tweeting out tools that people might use. And if they sign up through my affiliate link, then I'll get paid for it. So that's a way that you can use affiliate products to make money on Twitter. But I have them all nicely organized in my affiliate category. So like I said, I can space out when exactly those tweets are going out. HypeFury, you can't really do that. There is no categories, so it would just post random tweets whenever. You wouldn't be able to make a nice little posting schedule like this and space things out exactly where you want them. I'm gonna go back to content categories because this is seriously the coolest thing about SocialBee is how you can separate everything out. I'll show you another category right here, Amazon products. You might have seen these posts right here on my Twitter account where I share Amazon products. So this is another good example of when you should use a scheduler versus manual tweeting. If I was to manually tweet this every day or whatever my schedule is, twice a week that these go out, every week I would have to go to Amazon, open up Jungle Scout, do the research, get the screenshot, type out all this info. It would be a ton of work to have to do that every single week. But instead, I've done it ahead of time. I batch produced it. I talk about that a lot for videos, but I batch produced all this info. It's easy to type in online. And I just have to add all these different product ideas here to this content category. Let's see, I have 18 of them. And then I just create a posting schedule. And let's go back to this overview. Amazon products right here, they go out every Monday and Thursday, 2 a week. So every week on Monday and Thursday, a tweet goes out for one of these Amazon product ideas. And I've already done all the hard legwork up front, so I don't have to go and do all this research every single week and be like, oh crap, it's Monday, I got to do my Amazon product tweet and like get my computer out and do all this research. No, I just do it all at once, and then I never literally ever have to do this ever again. Because they're going to circulate through my Twitter timeline for a long enough period of time. And once, like I said, once every single one of these gets posted, we're like down to here now, then it will start to repost them or retweet them. But it's like I said, it's like 90 days before you ever see one again. So by then you'll forget that I ever posted this one. I've already posted this one right here, but it's going to get retweeted in 3 months and you'll probably see it and you'll think that you're seeing it for the first time. So like I said, I do that with everything. My book reviews that come out on Sunday mornings, I've already done all of the tweets. I got photos for all of them. This would take a lot. I've got links. It would be a pain in the butt to try to get a link every single week. I went through, did all the work up front for that category, for all these different categories, quotes, random thoughts, motivation, YouTube. You can see I have a lot of strategic YouTube posts. Some of them include videos, photos. Here's a variation one. Let me show you that because I know I talked about that. So remember how I said you could type out a tweet and you can add a variation. So all these tweets are actually about the same type of thing. If you look here, they're all about crazy YouTube stats. So this tweet says crazy YouTube stats and then it has 3 different stats. Well, there is a ton of crazy YouTube stats, and I didn't want all of my tweets in the YouTube category to be crazy YouTube stats. So instead, for this specific type of tweet, I just made variations. So in 3 months from now, when it's time to retweet this tweet, it's actually not going to retweet it. It's going to share a different variation. So you'll see they're almost the exact same layout, but in all these variations, there's different stats. So I have 4 variations for that specific tweet. There might be another one with that variation, but you'll see a lot of these, I take a lot of time into put in like a YouTube style of tweet that shows like some YouTube strategy of some sort. But it's nice to be able to categorize all of these into their different buckets and then build your posting schedule around those different categories so everything's spaced out really nicely, and then I fill in all the gaps with whatever's randomly comes to my head that day. I can also click right here and do view your next posts. So I can actually see the exact tweet that's going to go out that day. So if I wanted to go to, right here, March 9th, I could see this is the tweet that's going to go out at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow I can see all the different tweets for the different categories that are going to go out that day. I could see that for any day. SocialBee also has analytics. I can see my Twitter growth per day. These are how many followers I've gotten every day. This is also the growth in friends and followers every day. Nice steady growth there. This is how many tweets I'm tweeting every day, so I can see all that info. I can see my top performing posts. So you can see some analytic stuff right here. You can also analyze audience. So there's a whole bunch of stuff here on the left. I can analyze all that. I'm not going to go into that really here. They have concierge services that they'll actually, you can pay them to do different types of tasks for you. You don't have to use that, just like an extra service they offer. Now, this is the thing that really kind of changed the game for me. I was actually going to use HypeFury solely for the reason that I could pull in tweets from my timeline. So like right here, they can pull in tweets that have already been tweeted. SocialBee actually didn't have that feature, but I asked and they added me to the beta for Edge, which is a feature that's coming out, and you could actually get added to this too, I'm sure, if you just message them. But you can see right here, I can import tweets from my Twitter account. So here we go. It doesn't look super pretty, but that's fine because we just really care about what the tweet is. So this is sorted right now by time. So this is like the most recent tweet that I just posted. But what I could do is I could sort by likes, or I could sort by retweets. So that's the other way. Let me sort it the big way. So this is my Gary V tweet that got like 400 likes. Maybe I'll pick a different one. I'm going to sort by retweets. So now I'm sorted by retweets. You can see right here that my most retweeted tweets that I've ever posted. So what I could do though is I could come to this and I could say, okay, actually this tweet was really awesome. It got a ton of shares. I actually want to add this to my schedule so that it gets retweeted, right? All I have to do is simply click this drop down and choose what category it goes in. So this is kind of just a random like businessy type of tweet. So I could just add this right into my random thoughts category. And now I'm going to do a duplicate tab. Now let's see if I go back over to my content categories, go to random thoughts. Here is that tweet right here that I just added to this category. So what I could do is this one hasn't been reshared. And if I didn't want it to be reshared like super soon, I could reverse the order of all these posts, or I could just shuffle it. So every time I can just come in and click shuffle every once in a while. And now you can see these top ones, it just goes in order. So these ones have already been shared. So the next one that would be shared is this one right here. So that one that I just added got pushed down. So it won't go out for a few weeks at least. Oh, it's right down here. So this one won't go out for probably 2 or 3 more weeks, and then it will get retweeted. But that's something that's really cool. So I could go down here. Let me see. Okay, this tweet right here was really popular as well. This tweet is all about actually YouTube. And so I'm going to add that to my YouTube category. And there it has now been added. So if I were to go back here to my categories and go down to YouTube, there it is right there. So now it's going to be added to my evergreen queue. It's going to keep getting shared. Probably once every 3 months, it will get retweeted to my account. So this feature right here, guys, literally this just did it for me. Edge, super, super cool. I think technically I could even, let's see, if I wanted to like retweet or share one of Gary V's tweets that was super popular, I could do that too. So let me see. Now this is a feature, remember, this is a feature in HypeFury to retweet other people's tweets that you have to have the like premium, you have to have the $39 a month plan in order to do that. But I'm pretty sure you could actually do this with the $19 plan. Yeah, here you go. This is Gary's timeline right here. I'm going to sort it by, oh, it is sorted by retweets. Do that again. So right here, this tweet right here. Oh, this is the one with the Mamba, with Gigi right there. but I could just go through and see like if there was any super popular tweets and I wanted to add this, I could simply add it to my category. So I could technically retweet or add other people's tweets to my content categories. But that's the basic gist of using SocialBee with the different categories, creating a post in a category, changing whether or not it's evergreen or you want to share it once and then it's done. You can do that as well if you don't want to retweet different stuff. I showed you how to add tweets from your timeline using Beta or using Edge, so you can retweet stuff. Bottom line, guys, for $19 a month versus HypeFury's $14 a month, SocialBee can do so much more with the different posting schedules and content categories and all that type of stuff, which just makes me think that it's just a better overall tool than HypeFury. Once again, no love lost for HypeFury. They're doing cool things. But if you had to pick one right now, I'm 100% going with SocialBee. I'll throw a link in the description right below this video, my affiliate link if you want to get SocialBee. That would definitely hook me up if you do decide to use them for your automation tool. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions about SocialBee or HypeFury or the differences or my opinions, go ahead and reach out to me on Twitter. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about it. Once again, they're always adding cool new features. They're very responsive. I message them all the time. I've even emailed OV, who is the founder of this company. He emails me. So their customer service is on point as well. So I know that you won't be disappointed with SocialBee. I know that for a fact. So once again, there's a link right below this video. If you guys have any more questions, like I said, reach out to me. I'm Andy, you're watching Learn How. We've got more videos coming up for you here on the channel. So make sure you've hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you in the next video.